All right.
Whoa.
Was that loud?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Fuck. I do that on purpose usually.
What kind of beer is this? It's really good.
It's a pale ale.
I don't like pale ales either. That's good.
Welcome to episode 103 of the Nyrdcast podcast, not your regular dialogue. I go by the name of Toner, and we're coming to you live / pre-recorded from the Watchtower. So let's go around the table and introduce everyone. We got Big Matt, the original Big Matt.
Hello.
Jay.
Hey.
Matt, a.k.a. Dave.
Dave
Matt. Joe Dust is a dick. And we have sound guy Steve.
Shug shot me.
Jay, that song was great. I don't know who you got that from, but it was awesome.
But thank
I've got
you.
connections.
Oh, okay, that was great.
I'm sure it was free.
It almost sounded like Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate rain, chocolate rain.
All right.
I don't want to be your weekend.
Okay. At this point of our show, we'd like to recognize our unofficial beer sponsor. So for that, I will turn to our official beer snob, Jay, to let us know who we are drinking today.
So we're drinking some more Nyrdcast homebrew.
Yummy.
Oh, we have our own beer. I keep forgetting.
Yes. This is a Smash Pale Ale.
Smash.
Yeah, single malt, single hop. So
I like it.
5%. Not very hoppy like a lot of
So is
pale
it
ales.
called the Hulk since it's Smash?
Hulk's Smash Citra. Because Citra is the hop.
Hulk's Smash Citra. It'll get you drunk. You'll be fucking fat bitches in no time. I stole that from Sam Jackson.
Wow.
Or Dave Chappelle asked Sam Jackson. Sorry.
Jesus.
You too, I think.
Wow.
He didn't look too impressed. He's like, I don't know if this tagline is going to work.
I think it's fucking gold.
This is brainstorming. No
Sorry.
bad ideas here.
Yeah.
No bad ideas.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, what the hell are we talking about today?
I'm not in charge. Don't look
Oh.
at me.
Oh, that's right.
I relinquished that role. But the band's back together.
Yeah.
He's not prepared, so.
I'm
That's cool.
not prepared.
Oh, well, I do have it on. Well, shit, I have it on my phone, but
Did you text
I
us?
got it here.
Did you text us everything that we're supposed
Yeah,
to talk about?
like last week.
It doesn't. Mine does not look like that.
No, I typed some stuff out for myself. So I'd be ready.
Planning.
So, Comic-Con.
I didn't watch any panels yet.
What's that?
It's a little gathering of nerds in San Diego.
lot of
Santiago.
nerds.
Yeah.
Tiny,
So-
tiny get together.
What's that?
Tiny get together.
A little bit, yeah.
So they released quite a few previews. I know this is right up Toner's alley. Picard.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, I like
I'm all
this.
about.
Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm sorry, it's the best Star Trek. It is. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's the most
Yeah.
easily accessible. Yeah.
I love it.
And it
Yeah,
didn't
it's-
have the cheese factor, the original.
Well, right, yeah. It's,
I mean, the original has its moments.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
definitely.
cheesy, but
but no, I watched the shit out of the Next Generation.
Yep.
So the
Yeah.
fact Picard's coming back and some of the, I know Riker's coming back.
Riker
Yeah.
is coming back.
Yes, he
oh,
is.
I didn't know
With
that.
Troy.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah, okay.
Are they
Yeah.
married?
They're supposed to be in like a non-military role
Mm.
as a married couple.
Oh, okay.
Spicy.
And then Dad is back.
The dad.
Data.
Oh.
Oh,
Lieutenant
Data.
Yeah.
Data. you
Data.
didn't- Who called him Data?
Picard's fucking
Data.
dad.
Data,
Data, whatever.
sir.
Yeah, I thought I heard
Picard's
Dad.
dad, 800
Pinky's up.
years old.
Hello, I am Data. What? Get out of here.
Yeah. It's, if it was like a gender-neutral fucking like British android, I would say, okay, Data.
Well done, sir.
Was that PC?
Not very, but okay.
Okay, cool. That's okay. I mean, I didn't say faggot
Don't
or anything.
offend the British.
Oh, shit, I said faggot. I shouldn't have said that. I mean,
Like I
not...
said, don't
Hey.
offend the British.
Okay.
Hey, knock it off. We're supposed to be doing podcasts that are okay for employers to listen to now.
Oh, shit.
Nah, fuck that.
Jesus.
Do you want to talk about that before we go
That's
on?
why I'm going by
I don't
Dave.
think we
Matt.
should.
Not really?
Yeah.
No, not really.
No.
Make you uncomfortable a little bit?
No. No, I'm good. I got a job now.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
I hope
So-
they're deaf.
There we go.
All right. So then Top Gun 2.
That's going to be so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Miles Teller?
Yeah.
I've always been a fan. I've been a
Yeah.
fan since the
Is
get on this
C
guy.
in Top Gun too?
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah.
he's Goose's kid.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that.
I'm
Okay.
like 50-50 on it.
Really?
Yeah.
What don't you like him in? Like what movie like in particular do you not like him in?
I mean, Fantastic Four was not good.
Well, that's just not a good movie.
But
Yeah,
also-
that
because of
I don't know if
him,
that was him.
Yeah.
But also, like, what was the drummer one?
Oh, you didn't like
Oh.
that?
That
Whiplash?
was really good.
Whiplash was
That's
he was
the thing.
amazing in Whiplash. I thought.
I'm 50-50 on him in the same
Oh.
way that I'm 50-50 on Shia LaBeouf.
See, I'm
I
not
see
a huge
lot of
Shia.
similarities.
I'm
there.
not a huge
Yeah.
Shia hater, but he's gone off the deep end a little bit. We can all
Yeah.
say that. But
Yeah.
He's done some
Disturbia, how good is
stuff, though.
Disturbia? That's a great movie he's
It's
in.
fantastic.
I love Disturbia. But after Disturbia, I can't name a lot. He was good in
Mainly because of
Transformers.
that damn song.
I know. All I hear is Rihanna. Every time I hear Disturbia, I'm like, shit.
Chocolate Rain.
So,
Shit.
but I'm excited about it. Miles Teller is going to be Goose's kid. I know
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And Maverick is just, from what I can tell, he just made nothing of his career.
Yeah.
He's just been a pilot the whole time.
3 confirmed kills.
No,
25 years of service.
Did I see
yeah.
the preview right? Is Jester in there? I don't know if I saw Jester.
No.
But it was Tom. It wasn't Tom Skerritt either. It's what's his name?
Well, Ed Harris was
Ed Harris
Yeah.
Is Ed Harris supposed to be the Tom Skerritt guy in that?
I don't
role,
know.
I don't
guess?
know what he's supposed to be be
Because
honest
is Tom
with you.
Skerritt still with us?
Is Ed
Yeah,
Harris
They're still
around?
alive,
Ed
yeah.
Harris is still
I thought
around.
he
Michael
died a long
Ironside
time
and all them guys are still around.
No, he's
I
still-
know for a
Wow.
fact Ironside's still around.
Maybe
Yeah.
his career.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, if Jester does not make an appearance,
Somebody
big fail
just-
on their
dude,
big fail
Val
on their part.
Kilmer.
He's gonna be in it.
Yes,
yeah,
he
he's
is.
gonna be in it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I hope Slider's in that in there too. Shit.
Whoa.
Sorry, I've got.
Sliders in that turn.
He didn't
Yeah.
hear-
That's her.
I'm
Morning
under,
after White Castle.
I'm under the influences and things. I apologize.
Because I'm trying to think who else. And Tim Robbins is still with us, so
The-
Hollywood could still come back, right? He was Hollywood, right? That was his call sign.
The list for the
Hollywood?
alternates
I
is
think
in the
so.
Yeah,
ladies'
he was
room.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah, I think he was
Don't know.
I
Hollywood.
think he's Hollywood. So,
Yeah.
Goose's replacement.
yeah.
Mhm.
We just watched the first one again.
What was it? What was his name? Really?
Hollywood. Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
No? I don't
Susan
know. We could-
Sarandon's
No, I
fuckboy.
thought the who's the guy that
So there's no word of Jester or Hollywood or
Jester's got to be in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they might save it for you can't give away all the.
yeah.
the was the one
So what is
Tim
The
Tim
big
Robbins was
surprise is
Merlin.
Tim Robbins.
Merlin?
Merlin.
What's that?
The big
Merlin,
surprise is Tim
you're right.
Robbins.
Oh yeah, it's like wow.
Yeah, no
spoilers.
Jester,
Tim
no
Robbins.
Cougar, Wolfman.
Cougar's
Slider.
not in it?
I didn't
Yeah,
see
who's
it.
that? Who's that? Who's the
Cougar was number one.
Keep going over.
That's
The
all I
one guy
know.
right there. Who's that?
Which one? This one?
He's playing
This one?
Slider. Yeah, that's Slider.
Yeah. Sundown, Hollywood.
The one black guy that was
So
in the-
Hollywood's in it, yeah.
Sundown, he was the one that was the co-pilot for like one flight, and then
Yeah, he was the oh god, what the fuck did they call him? I should know this. I hate that.
It's not like you have a computer with IMDb
I know.
access.
I like to know this stuff. It's just airplane stuff. That's why.
They called him Top Gun because he had guns, and from all rumors, he was the top.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the radar guy. They had a certain name for it.
Radar love.
Ah, well, there, you just keep going.
It was
Okay.
radar.
we'll move on.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Play
about it.
Radar
I was-
Yeah.
Is it now? Is it theater worthy? Will you be seeing this in the theater?
I think so. This
Oh,
one,
hell
We
yeah.
probably will because our kids like the first one. So
Did you fast forward through the sex scene?
no, but they don't. They usually turn away from that anyway. They're like, ew,
My
kissing.
mom, when I was a kid, she put her hand over my eyes. And she fast forward, and it was one of those remotes that had a cord to
Yeah.
the VCR.
No.
Same type of opening.
Tell you what though, with fuck,
Easy Hoss, easy.
the fucking Jennifer Connelly. I like that she's yeah.
She's now the new. What was her
She's a
name?
love interest.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Kelly-
She's my love
It was
interest.
Kelly McGinnis.
Kelly McGinnis.
Kelly McGinnis.
She's
Charlie.
Charlie, yeah.
She's not making an appearance though, is she? Kelly
No,
McGinnis?
she wasn't listed in the cast.
She's right there.
Well, she
Oh,
said
that's
online.
the first movie.
Oh, the first movie.
Jesus.
Oh, you went. To the
They
first
interviewed
movie.
her. Apparently, she said she was never contacted at all for the Top Gun sequel. So,
She looks like a lesbian grandma now.
Oh my god.
oh well, that was probably why.
Doesn't
John-
she? Right?
John Hamm's in the new one.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh yeah, oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
she looks like an old lesbian grandma.
Go her though, right? It's kind of hot, right?
Yeah, okay.
Man.
Yeah.
John Hamm's just in fucking everything now.
Is he in this one too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in this.
I'm a big John. I'm a big John Hamm. fan.
St. Louis's own.
John Hamm.
Yay.
His role
John
in Good
Hamm.
Omens.
John Hamm.
Good Omens was amazing, and
I
he
haven't
was
seen that yet.
fantastic at his role.
Is that Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
I,
I haven't seen that yet.
I don't
either.
know if I finished. The
I
first
haven't watched The
episode or not.
Boys yet either.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Boys?
Not yet.
I binged The Boys.
How good is that?
It's
I heard it's
amazing.
really good.
I mean, I fucking binged it
Yeah.
one night.
Really? Top 12 episodes, I thought?
8.
8.
Okay.
8, but they're like 40
Rio.
minutes each.
You stayed up
That's
really
what it
late.
was.
I did. It's the
Rio.
only time I get to myself, so sure.
I should remember that. Rio.
All right.
That's
Next
it.
movie.
There we go.
Oh, well, I guess show technically The Witcher.
Yeah.
Okay, so my brother-in-law, he told me to read the books, but I'm not really reading them. I'm doing the Audible audio books. I'm reading
Still
the very
counts.
first one. Really good.
All right.
Really good so far. And I don't know if it's connected to the video games at all, the first book that I'm reading, because it's a collection of short stories.
Right.
But if you guys are into the short stories or want to listen to it, man, really, really good so far. Enjoying
Okay.
it. I just wish he'd be Superman instead, but that's just me.
Do you see him
He
in the
still wants
trailer?
to.
He's fucking ripped, dude. He
I
looks
haven't
even
seen
bigger
the
than
tra-
he was
I
in Man
haven't
of
seen-
Steel.
I have not seen the trailer yet.
What the tits?
Does he have white hair? He's
Yeah.
supposed to have white hair.
Yeah.
I know that. And then I heard Witcher 3, very graphic is what I heard.
It's supposed to be one of the best video games.
Really? See, so I haven't played it, but yeah, I'll partake.
Yeah.
I shall partake.
It too.
Cannot wait.
Yes.
I gotta see
Yeah.
it one.
Yeah, I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
the
it
first
either.
one
No,
yet?
I haven't.
No, what about the?
Have you seen the original though?
Oh,
The mini
when it first came
though,
out,
yeah.
forever
Okay.
ago, yeah, decades. But
You
Yeah.
can get the DVD at Walmart for $1.
Isn't that sad? It's going to cost $1. I love the
that
original.
that
I
was
love it.
officially the first horror movie I saw when I was a little kid.
Really.
Sitting in the window that went from my kitchen to my living room. My parents were watching it on HBO and didn't have any clue that I was up. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Head in the fridge, balloons popping out and shit.
Mhm.
Ooh, it's great.
Yeah, and the first the I won't even call it a remake, but the newer version, chapter 1, we'll say, really good.
It was.
Very
I've heard.
good.
Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about it. It's solid, I guess. So
Although my theater experience was not so great when I went to go see it. Some guy just would not shut up the whole time,
I hate that.
talking to the screen. I don't mind if
douchebags.
they're funny. You know, when people talk to the screen, they're funny. But this guy just wasn't even funny about it.
Yeah, but it has
so-
to be a bad movie to really, so you don't get taken away from it.
Yeah.
I think
All
it's
right.
interesting how like nowadays, it seems like in just the last 5 to 10 years, they've gotten the group of kids movies perfect.
We watched a bad one on Netflix though.
Really?
Rim of the World. It's
Oh, I heard
Nick.
about that.
Is that his name? Or
Zach Stentz
Zach
was the one
Stentz.
who wrote
He was
it.
the one. He
Mm.
wrote it.
Yeah.
Awful. We didn't even finish it. We turned it off.
He said he wrote it in an afternoon.
I could tell that he
And
did.
Amazon just, or Netflix just picked it up.
It looks like you wrote this in 3 hours. That's because
It just wasn't good. It just wasn't our, because, I'm into the Stranger Things. I love that.
Yeah.
And you went to go see Goonies the other night because I saw them on the Facebook.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah.
How was that, Art Hill? Was it packed?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
couldn't.
real.
Dude, I had no idea. Like I've heard
Yeah.
they do movies out there before, but
Yeah.
I just never had a desire to be around people, and then two.
So
Just
what
watch
was
movies
it? Just
outside.
food trucks and
Yeah,
was there adult beverages available and all that good stuff?
you can bring your own in.
Hey, look at that.
So it was awesome. So when we got there, it was 2 hours before showtime, but a good amount of people on the hill.
Just a whole bunch
And
of
then-
people on the hill singing Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah,
Sweet.
pretty much. And then
That's good enough.
cheering.
For me, it's
People
good
cheering
enough.
on Sloth and shit. That was
yeah.
awesome.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, as soon as he did that, everybody's all like,
Baby Ruth.
everybody lost their shit on the truffle shuffle too.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
So it's a good thing to see with the crowd. I wish I would have gone, man.
No,
Yeah.
and it was funny because I said, I'm like, well, look, with this being outside and like a million people there, can you still? Because my buddy Brandon hadn't seen it. I'm like, what the fuck? This movie's 34 years old. I haven't
Have
seen
you
it.
not
My
seen
kids
it?
have seen it a couple
Yeah.
times.
So
No, hold on. I'm going to say something I haven't seen, and she gives me a hard time about it every time. Never seen Never-Ending Story.
What?
Oh.
fuck.
What is your problem?
My parents didn't show it to me. I didn't know about it. Because when did it come out? What year? What year did it come
You
out?
waiting for your parents to show it to you still?
86.
86, 87, somewhere in there.
So
I'm
Yeah.
4 years
this
old.
is
I was 4
actually
years old,
great
so
because
you
I've
know,
never actually met someone that didn't have a childhood.
I've seen plenty of everything else. Just that was one that just got past me.
I'm surprised you never saw that at
got
our
to
house.
cry to
Never saw it.
Artex.
Because
God
then
damn it.
when spoiler alert, here we go to spoiler. In Stranger Things, they start singing, I guess,
Yeah.
theme song to Never Ending Story, and she's all like hyped up about it. She's singing along. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know what's going on.
Oh man.
Man.
I was not in on the joke, I guess. So. Yeah,
All right, you have to watch it before we record again.
see.
Not the
It
second one.
lost its
Yeah, not
magic.
the
Or
second
No, don't do that.
Or the
Don't do
third
that.
one
No,
with
no,
Jack
no.
Black.
There's a third Never-Ending Story.
There's a
with Jack
third
Black.
one with Jack Black.
didn't know there
Don't
was
bother
more.
after the first one.
I
As
never
a
knew. I
gang
never knew there was
leader.
more than that.
Saw the first and the second, and I was like, nope, I could do the third.
The second one has Jonathan Brandis though, which is good to see him before he hanged himself.
It was funny seeing a young Thanos again in Goonies. Haven't watched
Yeah.
that movie in decades.
Oh, I want to see
Literally.
Thanos with that headband.
Oh, it was awesome.
He was using one of those.
I'm surprised no one's made that yet.
Mhm.
Should we introduce our special guest? We usually do that when we have chicks over here, you know.
Do you want?
We used to do it all the time. I'm just saying. I mean, whatever. Just trying to be
Yeah.
My
nice.
wife's here. The French Canadian's here.
Yeah, she's here.
All right, from one scary movie to another. Cats.
Oh my god.
Wow. What
Me?
the
Wow.
fuck? Jesus.
Is it it's Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
And then what, the Vanessa Hudgens or
Yeah.
is she
Yeah,
in
I think
there?
so.
And
And
Ian
then-
McKellen.
Ian McKellen's
Yeah.
Ian McKellen's in it.
Idris Elba.
Gandalf's a cat now, eh?
And
Yeah.
what's her butt? The
Clearly,
Queen.
a lot of these actors and
American
actresses
Idol.
in
There's
there.
another American Idol. What's her name?
Oh,
Jennifer Blossom. Or
Hudson.
Hudson.
Jennifer
Blossom.
Hudson,
I said
yeah.
Blossom. I don't know why.
Who, she could handle the songs, I guess. But
Yeah,
It looks creepy
mean,
as fuck though.
it's
Have you
fucking
guys seen the
cats.
pictures? Yeah.
It looks
they
weird.
look bad.
Like,
Rebel Wilson, Judy Dench,
Oh, man.
James Corden, Jennifer
Dench.
Hudson.
and that's the thing. They got a lot of quality actors and actresses, and like they
Great
clearly
cast.
owed somebody a favor. Or they're like, hey, I'm going to put your nudes on the
Who's
fucking
that guy?
internet. You
Jason
need starring
Derulo.
cats.
Who's
that's
Jason
just Ian
Derulo?
McKellen.
He's a
Gee-
bad rapper.
A bad rapper.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Is this
Jason
a, is this a,
Derulo?
Yeah.
is this a what's his name from Moana, the guy that in Hamilton? What's his name?
Lin
Yeah.
Manuel.
He
Is
had
one of his
something to
things?
do
Is
with
this
it.
his
I don't.
thing?
I think he did a choreography or some
Yeah.
shit. Is what I said.
He's got that. Just sounds like he's got his handprint all over it. Just
Yeah.
a little-
I just can't wait for the porn parody called Pussy, and, they're all just naked, wearing cat ears.
We're
I'm
still
like-
in production.
Yes. Oh, are we? Okay, cool. I'll watch it.
Pull-
I'd rather
you-
watch that.
You could probably find it on YouPorn already.
Yeah, probably. But
They already made Game of
Ew.
Bones too, so come on, man.
Sorry, but it's hard to catch all the cats. Find us on the
I'll
dark
repeat.
web.
yeah,
Ew.
right.
All right, and the last major one was the Walking Dead movie preview.
There's a walk.
Alright.
Oh, they had a preview for.
It was
it's
a
rich movie?
teaser. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's pretty much said Walking Dead, and then it had like a skyline of Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah, that's where it's going to take place.
Philly born and raised. See,
Yeah.
goes back to my whole
Yeah.
Fresh Prince going back to Philly thing. See.
So then they had the MCU panel, which kind of shut down Comic-Con.
Well, let's before we get to the MCU. Was
Okay.
there anything? Let's save that for last. 'Cause that's
Okay.
always the good stuff. Was there anything else worthwhile talking about?
Well, let's see. The
As far as
Game of
panels.
Thrones showrunners pulled out the day before.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I don't
For
want to
what?
hear.
They don't
They-
want to get stabbed in the face.
Yeah, they
with a
didn't want to
pencil.
go. They
Well, or they're busy making Knights of the Old Republic.
well,
That's the other rumor too. I heard.
That would be
apparently they
nice.
left the cast high and dry though
Mm.
to answer all the questions about it. So
Oh, for the
Did you
finale of
watch
Game of
the panel?
Thrones? Is that what it? Oh,
well,
okay.
they had a panel, like a post panel for it,
Okay.
and they were supposed to be there, and they pulled out the day before.
Oh.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone hate the last season really that much? Did you hate it?
No,
I didn't. Hate
I
it
had issues with individual episodes, but overall, I mean,
Which
I
one now?
didn't have it
Game of
just with
Thrones.
individual
Oh, I
episodes.
didn't bother. I'm still a couple
the way it
seasons
ended,
behind.
I was perfectly fine with.
You know, I gave it a meh. You know,
Yeah,
not good, not bad.
I wanted Tyrion to be on the throne, but that's fine.
yeah.
I don't know who I really wanted on the throne. to be
Or
honest.
Arya.
Was would John being on the throne? Would that have been just too simple?
Yeah, I think so.
Just
He
the
didn't
two
want
of
it to, so
Just because, but that's what would have made him the best.
He'd have
Yeah.
to give up his sweet black pimp cape.
all right. They canceled Agents of Shield.
They canceled it. The
Yeah.
show or the
The show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So the show's over.
Was it
Show's
really,
over.
Was it really?
But
it was a
good?
bad show.
It was,
In my opinion, it was an awful show.
It
jumped
started-
off. I
it's-
jumped off before it got to the Ghost Rider stuff. And
Yeah,
all
the
other
Ghost Rider
the
stuff was
Ghost
supposed to be
Rider
pretty
stuff
good.
was all right.
Yeah.
I never
I
made it
did watch
past
that.
season 1, episode 1.
They
I-
did.
I,
Yeah.
I
They
did.
Season two,
did
I was
after
done.
the Ghost Rider
Yeah.
season taken into
Yeah,
space.
this is coming from a
Yeah.
guy that's still going strong on Gotham. I'll still watch it on Netflix.
I haven't,
I'm like, I got this far into it. I'm going to finish the damn thing.
So Marvel TV is pretty much dead anyway. So
Yeah.
By design, I think.
Yeah.
not according to Jeff Lowe, but the MCU movie stuff is going to take it over. I think once Disney Plus comes out. So
I can't wait for Disney Plus. There's going to be so much cool stuff on there.
I'm wondering though if the Hulu stuff is going to be canon eventually, because you can get the Disney Plus as an add-on to Hulu.
Mm.
I
Okay.
wouldn't doubt it because
Uh,
they own Hulu also.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Runaways is there,
Runaways and Cloak and Dagger
Oh,
just got
Runaways
renewed.
is so-
and yeah, and that's
Okay,
on
did you-
Freeform, and they're crossing
Did you watch
over.
second season of Runaways yet?
I haven't seen the first one.
First one's really good.
Yeah.
Second season, we stopped after one episode.
Really?
Awful.
I just started rewatching
Awful.
The Gifted, though. I liked it. I
I
think
never
it's
watched
canceled,
it.
though.
Yeah, I never watched it though.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
That was on Fox, right?
Did it only go
It's
one
on Hulu.
season?
Okay.
Yeah, it was on Fox. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did it only go one season, or did it go through 2? I thought they
I
got
think it was
Through
two.
I think
Yeah.
they have a third one.
Didn't Legion
but I
take that
don't
over
think
though?
it's-
No.
No,
That was a
Legion's
totally
separate,
separate show. That was
That's
on
on
FX.
FX.
Well, I mean, it kind of like
which is fantastic.
it ran way longer. It just is ending now
I think that
I think
show's
that went
also
3
really good if
seasons.
you
Yeah,
drop
it's
acid
done
if
now.
you watch it.
Yeah.
on FX.
If
Yeah,
you
it's
drop
done.
acid, you'll like Legion a little bit better. I think.
Legion,
Okay.
Legion had me at like episode 2. They break into a fucking Bollywood dance in the middle of an asylum, and just a bunch of crazy fucks are dancing in a Bollywood style. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this whole season, and I don't care.
Okay.
All right. So then they had a lot of Crisis updates for the.
Arrowverse stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I'm so behind on Arrowverse. I'm still watching the previous season where I'm only to the point where Oliver's still in prison. That's all
Okay.
I know. So
Also-
I have
I-
watched none of the
wow.
Flash stuff, and I'm way behind.
I didn't watch anything last season except for the crossover, because that was the only thing I was interested in.
Yeah, which
Because I
That
knew it
was
was
So was
leading.
last season
Yeah.
the one where they where some of them were Nazis, or is that the season before?
That was the season
that's
before.
the
So
season
don't tell
before.
me that.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that one.
That was
Crisis
really
on
good.
Earth or Crisis on Earth X.
Are you
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about the plot, or are you talking about the executives being Nazis?
I'm waiting for you to go. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Fucking CW.
Well, that one set up Crisis for this season.
Oh, okay.
And so they've announced Brandon Routh is coming back as Superman.
Yes.
Kingdom Come Superman.
That's
I
the
like
kid.
it.
Saw that.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm cool
Um,
with that. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he's the Atom too, so he's gonna play both roles.
Yep.
I don't know if they've announced if
Well, because the monitors showed up in the Legends finale.
Right.
did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm thinking they're all gonna, because
I'm wondering how
'Cause
the hell they're
Legends-
going to do Anti-Monitor in that.
who the hell's the Anti-Monitor? I saw
Green
John Jones' brother
Lantern.
showing up. I didn't know that John Jones had like a twin brother. I'm like, oh shit.
Can we just get some Green Lantern stuff? It's
'Cause the Monitor showed up
something, either
at the end of
CW or the
Supergirl.
movies.
Oh,
Just
okay.
get
Yeah.
there.
And he opened up some portal and out comes. I didn't know who it was at
I
first.
love all the John Jones stuff in Supergirl.
Yeah.
They've
So.
done him right, which is great.
So
So
when I'm like, who the fuck? All right, so I thought this guy was gonna be part of the Crisis stuff. I'm like, so John Jones' brother, this dude's like
Cuckoo.
hardcore, I guess.
It's just
or-
cuckoo.
Okay.
Cuckoo.
Oh, I'm like,
How old are you, man?
It's time.
I'm sure the microphones picked that up because I did hear it in my headphones. I'm like, oh, I get it now. Cuckoo. Okay.
so they've also announced since Comic-Con that Black Lightning is going to cross over too.
Does anyone watch Black Lightning?
I
haven't
have
seen
not.
it.
I've not seen one episode.
I haven't either.
And
Heard good things. Never met a single person that has ever
No.
watched it.
yeah.
good.
And
good.
nothing's tied over so far. So I saw no point in seeing any of it. But okay, and then the Russos want to do the 1980s Secret Wars. If that was the next Marvel project they did.
Sweet.
That's a big undertaking right there.
Huge.
Bring on the black suit.
Yeah. That would be the perfect way to introduce the black suit and then Venom.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Tom
Okay.
Hardy gonna still be in the MCU then? As
Well,
Venom?
Yeah. He's not in it right now, so
That's not
They
included as MCU. That's not an MCU.
no,
movie?
it's not.
Not technically, no.
It's just a
Yeah,
Fox property or whatever. It was.
Sony.
Or Sony
Yeah.
Sony property.
I mean, there's talks about him obviously meeting up with Tom Holland at some point for a crossover or
Okay, so he's
Batman.
So
Tom
they-
Holland, how many has Tom Holland been in? Civil War, Homecoming, Far From Home, right?
Yeah.
and then the two Avengers. Yeah. Yeah.
Five movies.
Yep.
Mhm.
Best Spider-Man, not Best Spider-Man.
Best Spider-Man.
Best.
Best,
Yeah.
Best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
To-
I'd say
Toby-
he's best that handles both sides of the character.
Right.
Yeah.
Toby
yeah.
was
Tobey
a good
Maguire.
Spider-Man.
Fantastic Peter Parker. Garfield. Fantastic Spider-Man. Neither of them could handle both sides of that character.
I prefer
Perfectly.
Garfield over Toby, to be honest with you, for both on both sides.
You can't be
I
Peter
think-
Parker and be the cool skateboarder guy, though.
I know.
That's
That they messed up there, but that was
Yeah.
just a different take on it. I get it.
But I feel like
Zendaya.
the look Garfield has. I see. When I look at that guy, I'm like, all right, that looks
I
like
don't know
Peter
if
Parker to me.
I'm down with Zendaya just yet. I like her. I just don't
dig
know.
what they're doing
I'm
with
ready
her.
to. I need to see more until I
Yeah.
make my final judgment. I'm not anti or pro at this point. Just I need more. To be honest with you, to see where
After
they're
this
taking the
last
character.
one, she kind of sold me on
I don't know.
the connection there. So
All right. And then last piece of non-comic movie news would be Edward Furlong's back in the Terminator.
Hell yeah, there we go.
I heard he's really rough though. I
Yeah,
heard.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard he got mixed in with some bad drugs. And
he got a
just-
day pass to do this movie.
Yeah.
I can't,
Probably.
dude.
They're like, hey, you look like you've been going through some shit over the years.
Yeah.
Theantfully, John Connor
I
has been as
heard-
well.
I
You're,
heard they
He
found,
might look older than
Yeah.
Sarah Connor.
yeah, right.
they
So-
found him at a Boys and Girls Club. Like a. That's what they found him at. Like he wasn't even trying to be an actor. They just found him like, yep, we're gonna make you an actor, and all of a sudden, boom, you're the most famous kid actor in the world after one movie, kind of thing.
I thought you meant for this movie.
Yeah.
Like, was he cleaning floors?
Ew.
Wow.
I'm
He
like,
might have gone back.
Was
You
he
never
scrubbing
know.
showers out?
I'm like, what the yeah. I was
Yeah,
confused.
he was not. He wasn't trying to be an actor or be part of Hollywood whatsoever. They
They
just kinda
found
drug
him in
into
the
it.
dumpster behind the Y.
Where he now resides.
Oh, nice.
No, but I think this
I
is
think that's cool. I think that's cool
Yeah.
that they're bringing him back. Yeah.
to have everybody back for that. I feel like it's going to close it out the right way. Because Jim Cameron, obviously, I think is, and of course, not having Linda Hamilton back for all those other ones. I don't know. Just having those core people, I think, is going to a way to finally. I think they'll. I don't know.
The
Over the end.
reveal in the trailer is fantastic.
Yeah.
Easy way to sell that movie to anybody.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I'm excited. Theater.
Oh yeah. I'll
Oh,
see it.
fuck
really?
yeah.
I'll see
Yeah.
it. Yep.
I don't
Probably.
know. Probably.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
all right. Then in the comics, they're relaunching the X-Men,
How
so that's already started. Jonathan Hickman,
Oh no, not Hickman, because that's gonna be a 20-year thing. Is what it feels like.
he's
it's gonna be.
doing 2
It's a
series right
12-week
now.
thing.
Yeah, he's doing 12 weeks.
Well, okay,
so
that's all he's doing. Okay.
He's doing 2 series to start out: House of X
Is it
and
gonna be
Powers
like-
of 10.
Okay. So that's what they had the gold team, and then they had another team or something like that going for a long time.
For a while, and
That was the 90s, yeah.
yeah.
No,
Well,
they brought it back.
they did bring it back.
Yeah.
They had gold and blue and
Mhm.
I don't know. And
X-Men Red, X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold. Yeah.
yeah, and then they've killed off a bunch of them, but now it's just being reset.
Okay.
And
Everything-
the
so-
first
so it
2
already
issues,
started, it's already happened.
yeah, the
already?
first 2 issues are out of our first issue of each series is out.
So is it original team? Because all I remember is that Bendis did all new X-Men, where he brought the original 5 back.
They went back to their timeline.
They went back there.
Yeah, after
Okay.
they've
That's
screwed
kinda
everything
sad.
up.
I
They
like
lasted
that.
Yeah.
like 5 years, though.
I like that run. I enjoyed that a lot, to be honest with you.
As someone who reads that shit religiously, I can say House of X fantastically had me on board from page 1.
Mhm.
Powers of X, which they say 10, super Hickman-y. Hard to fucking get through.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got a lot of the
Although I
infographics
loved
panels.
Hickman, I loved his
Honestly,
the
that was
Fantastic
the
Four
best
run.
part of it.
Yeah,
The infographics panels explains all the backstory behind the shit. Fantastic. Except it takes place in 4 different time periods.
Hickman
Yeah.
gives me a Grant Morrison vibe,
Yes.
yes.
right? He's just trying to be too smart for his own good sometimes and make it really overcomplicated for his
It's-
story.
So the basic
Except
gist,
for his Fantastic Four stuff.
yeah.
His Fantastic Four stuff is just really, really good.
So you
The-
should write that movie.
The basic gist is Professor X is back. I don't know if he was dead in the issues prior to it, but
He's in Phantom X's body,
yeah.
Oh no.
which is like, oh,
Yeah.
my body can do anything and heal.
And so he's got
Okay.
that island of Krakoa
hmm
where the giant sized X-Men were introduced. And that's kind of the new utopia.
Okay.
And so they pretty much told the nations, we'll give you this drug that will, like, one of them will help with healing, one of them will help with memory, and one of them, I don't
One of
remember.
them adds 5 years to your life.
Yeah.
One of them solves all brain dysfunction issues, Alzheimer's, all that shit. And then the other one basically just helps you heal.
Yeah.
And he's like, here's these 3 drugs. Over the last 5 years I've been supposedly dead. His family, the money he's had from his family, he used to buy up this large market of the pharmaceutical industry quietly.
hmm
And then he uses these things that Krakoa grew to make these pills that do whatever he wants them to do. And
Okay.
it's their way of basically saying, we're going to create this island out in the Pacific Ocean between Hawaii and Japan, and you fucking leave us alone, and we'll give you these pills.
So he's taking the Scott Summers approach.
Kind
Going
of.
A
isolationist.
little bit.
Yeah.
Because Scott, I'm a Scott fan. I'm a huge Scott fan.
In recent years, I
Yeah.
am too.
And he gets a bad rap, but that's all he wanted was
Yeah.
to go isolationist.
Now, the
Yeah.
fun part is,
And Professor X never wanted to. That's a big turn on his character.
Well, see, and that's leading to questions. People wondering if this is really Professor X.
way.
There's
it's not.
It's
Yeah,
not-
there-
no way. Yeah.
there's speculation it's Mr. Sinister.
Ah, that'd be
Oh,
cool.
that's a thought.
Very
Yeah.
nice. And we can get what's his name from Breaking Bad to play him because that's what he
So-
said he wanted
Yeah.
to play.
In
Bryan
those
Cranston.
issues, we never see Xavier's face. He's
Right.
wearing a big Cerebro helmet that's extra sized the whole time.
Why is that? Why does this have a feeling of Grant Morrison New X-Men when it was Magneto under the
The
Yeah.
Zorn.
Zorn mask
Yeah.
the whole time? It
And-
was Magneto, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's right. I'm remembering it correctly.
Also, all the original X-Men are in their original costumes and acting super fucking weird.
Yeah.
And Jean's back.
Yeah. Jean's
Jean's
back.
but in her like 1960s Marvel girl outfit.
So we're thinking it's not her. We're thinking that all of them are not her.
Well, at the
especially with her red eyes.
towards the beginning,
Oh,
he says to me,
Yeah.
my
There's
X-Men,
pod
and they come
people.
out of pods. Yeah.
Ah.
So we don't know if it's them. But this is going to lead, after the 6 issues of each of these series, it's going to lead to a bunch of new X-Men titles.
which look nothing like what
no,
you would think. of.
Corsair. Cyclops is dead. So the first one,
there you go. That's
X-Men,
what
is like a Scott Summers book with his whole family there and Wolverine.
And Wolverine.
So it's
Just
Why
to
would
be
they put those
awkward.
two together?
Cyclops.
They hate each
Fucking
other.
awkward.
Well, I don't know. They both have died. They both have come back. So yeah, Cyclops, Jean, Corsair, his dad.
That's his daughter. That's Rachel.
No,
That is
that's
Rachel.
Hope.
That's Rachel.
No, they said that's Hope.
What?
Hope might be in it too.
His
but that's
granddaughter.
Rachel.
So
That's got to be Rachel right there.
no, they said it's Hope.
Which one?
Hope
Um,
Summers. She's got the marks.
This is
Yeah.
Rachel.
That's Rachel.
No, they've said in the solicits for
Is
it.
that what you and
I'm just
who,
saying
you and
that's
Marcus
her
were
costume.
debating that, weren't you, or something like that?
Well, no, I brought it up,
Oh.
but the guy in the back is Vulcan, his brother from that
Mm.
crazy X-Men
And then
series.
that's Teenage Cable.
Yeah, Cable got DH somehow. They have an Excalibur book with
Hell yes.
Psylocke, Richter, Rogue,
So
Jubilee.
they really are rebooting that whole thing.
Yeah.
And
Gambit.
are they doing this for movies purposes? Is that what you think we're thinking?
They're probably setting it up. That's why they're pushing this
Okay.
because they have the rights back.
And
Apocalypse is on this team.
Okay.
And also
Kid Apocalypse?
Psylocke. No.
Not, you
original.
know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about? The
Yeah.
Kid Apocalypse
Yeah.
kid? All right.
Genesis, yeah. Psylocke is taking over the Captain Britain role.
Yes. Then they have Marauders, which is Kitty Pryde,
Eh,
Iceman, Storm, Pyro,
not a
Bishop,
big fan.
and Emma Frost. And it's like they're marketing as like a pirate book.
No, see, I love Kitty Pryde. Big Kitty Pryde fan. Just not a big Marauders fan.
Yeah. It's weird that they would pick that for a X-Men team since
Mhm.
they
Also,
Killed
we
a
don't
bunch
know
of
if
them.
Pyro is new Pyro or the original
Right.
Pyro on that one.
there's a New Mutants team, which is like the original New Mutants minus Cannonball plus Chamber and Mondo from Generation X.
They still got the kid around that makes the gold balls.
No.
He's somewhere. He's
Gold Balls is
somewhere.
out there.
Tony's face when I said that.
Gold Balls.
You know what? I've been dealing with this virgin talk now for a lot of time. If we're getting into this gold balls now, I think it's time for me to chime in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey,
Okay, no,
we're almost done. There's Fallen Angels, which is the other Psylocke from the 90s.
This is a shit ton of books. How is
Yeah.
anyone going to follow all this shit? No one's going
I
to
don't
follow
know.
all this.
I probably only follow a couple of them.
Yeah.
But it's got Young Cable and X-23.
Yeah, I can read it.
And then X-Force. This is the one I really like.
Let me see who's on X-Force this time. Wait, they're putting Jean Grey on X-Force?
They're marketing it as a CIA for mutants, where
Okay,
one
Domino,
side
I
of
see
it
Domino, Jean Grey.
one side of it is the intelligence side and one is the secret ops.
That's what's his name? The real bratty ass kid that everyone.
Yeah.
likes.
Kid Omega,
Yeah,
Quinn Quire.
Quentin, that's
Quire.
right. Yeah.
So yeah.
He's the kid you love to hate.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
No, he's like a Damien, but not. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Damien with powers.
I still like Damien better, but
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah.
But so like Jean, Beast, and
Beast is and then you got
Sage
Yeah.
are like the intelligence side. They said Wolverine, Domino, and Kid Omega are like the ops side that do everything. And then they've got
Beast is ripped.
yeah. Then they have Colossus and Black Tom Cassidy on there, but they don't say anything about him. So
Black Tom. That's what I remember from Deadpool
Jesus.
2.
Black Tom. Oh wow, that sounds nice.
You're
Yeah.
my only friend of color.
Like what's his name from Peanuts?
Oh, Franco. Jesus.
or Token from South Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, those
I
are
got
the
a
new
great idea
series
for a new
coming out.
character.
That was all announced at Comic-Con to
Yeah.
begin with, saying we're relaunching the entire line. Because who's in charge? Is Axel Alonso? Is he still in charge? Is he
No,
editor-in-chief
it's
or
CB
Sablowski or whatever
Yeah,
his name is?
Well, he's
Okay.
a Marvel. The
So what happened to Axel? Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Because Joe Quesada is no longer involved. He's just over. He's chief creative
Yeah.
officer or whatever now. So he's
Yeah.
not worried about the books anymore so much.
Jordan White's in charge of all the X-Men line
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Who's super involved on Twitter and awesome.
Yeah.
great to just chat back and forth.
So that
with.
was the biggest announcement at Comic-Con, comic-wise, at a Comic-Con. 'Cause
That was like
that's what's happened to Comic-Con. It's no longer about the comics anymore. It's more about the TV
well, after
shows
all
and-
that, DC kind of just had their balls shrivel up and walked away.
Well-
so DC didn't announce anything big at
It
all?
was DC
Well, they-
or Warner Brothers, sorry.
They're doing Year of the Villain. That's about it.
yeah. So that
They did that already with. Remember when they
That
had
was
the,
Villains
Yeah.
United
Yeah,
with Forever Evil and
Forever
stuff.
Evil, yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
This one's going to be like Luther in the comics has changed his style completely. He's like part alien and shit now.
goes back to
So-
what we were talking
He's
about.
no
with,
longer human.
Oh, J.J.
J.J.
Abrams.
Abrams,
Yeah. I was like,
Superman,
yeah.
And like Bane has taken over Gotham.
So they brought up Comic-Con in that Forbes article I sent out, where AT&T is kind of stepping back from DC Comics and not pushing them as much.
I thought, okay, so Warner Bros. Is going to have their streaming service.
Yes,
And DC already has their DC
Yeah.
streaming.
which
app.
is going away, and the
it's gonna be
shows are
merged
going. Yep.
into the Warner Brothers.
Yes.
But HBO is also owned by
Yep.
Warner Brothers. So if you have HBO Now or whatever, HBO Go or Now, will you now have access to all that other stuff now?
I don't know.
No.
I'd be willing to bet no because they can get more money if they
Yeah.
do it separately.
But basically, Forbes said AT&T is not going to focus on DC Comics, and they're kind of
When
pushing
did
it away.
AT&T purchase Warner's?
They put-
18
Last
yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
So I think it was last year.
Yeah.
So at Comic-Con, they didn't have anything like they used to have. They had a little like booth in the back that was nowhere near what they used to do. Wow. Yeah. So they said in the article that they're just looking to bank off making movies and TV shows of the characters and selling the Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman merchandise because everyone knows those symbols.
So they're giving up on everything else.
It sounds like they might be.
It sounds like some assholes who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, hey,
Wow.
Sounds like we need
I
Swamp
know-
Thing.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
I know 3 superheroes.
Because
That's all I need to worry about.
I don't know a lot of people that have the DC app.
That can't
Yeah,
sell
I don't
a
either.
movie.
I don't know anybody who has the app.
Well,
Exactly.
Marcus was talking about it on his last podcast.
Mhm.
He said if you do the free trial, you can stream and watch their good shows in the 1 week you have.
Mhm.
Doom Patrol. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Some people said Titans was okay, but I
I'd want to watch that. That's
Yeah.
the other one I would want to watch. But
That lost me like with the trailer for season 1 when Nightwing shows up and says "fuck Batman." Like, oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah. So then the only other comic thing they said was Robert Kirkman had a panel for Walking Dead, which has ended.
Yeah.
And someone asked him about a Negan comic, and he said he kind of joked about it,
okay.
but people were taking it as he might do a Negan comic.
I haven't finished the series yet.
I haven't either.
I need to see where he goes with it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I still
I
have
think I'm
hopes
still
that
on
that
Whisper.
guy
I
will
think
end
I'm
up
still
playing.
in the middle of Whisper.
Bruce
War
Wayne's
or something
father.
like that.
Oh, Thomas
am-
Wayne. Oh, the
if they pulled out the
the Flash-
Thomas Wayne,
the Flashpoint Batman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be the shit.
he
Yeah.
really wanted to.
Mhm.
Some apparently
I'd watch
plans
that.
fell through.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Plans or a Justice League movie fell through.
Well, at least there was some
Yeah.
comic book news at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's nice. Alright.
And then there was the MCU.
There's a lot of stuff about
Yeah.
MCU. Okay.
So they released their timeline. The first movie is going to be Black Widow.
But
May
it's
of
not.
next year.
But
Should I
Black
bring it
Widow.
up?
Who else is in Black Widow with her? I thought isn't Scarlet Witch showing up in that, or she's showing up in?
No.
She's showing
Doctor
up in other
Strange,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Doctor
Okay.
Strange.
So, it pretty much they showed a little clip of Black Widow. They announced like David Harbour is going to be, I think, was it Red Guardian, the Russian Captain America.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
The villain's going to be Taskmaster.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
That's really cool.
So,
Could be
and then
fun.
they're going to have
Because
the,
then who are his daughters though? Doesn't he have? No, I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're
confused
thinking-
with
No, you're
DC. I'm
Deathstroke.
thinking DC. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of.
This is the guy that can mimic any
That's
combat
right.
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
all right. So then they're going to follow it up.
Wait,
with,
with the Fantastic Four thing. They didn't
No,
announce
that's not it. Yeah,
That's
that's all rumor.
Okay. Because Namor's not getting a movie. There's no way they're doing a Namor.
There's
are there?
Talk that he's going to be Black
Really?
Panther too.
That I get. That I
well,
get.
someone made
But
the
you think
title
they're gonna-
card
they're
for it. It
gonna-
was fan.
Boss Logic did
Yeah.
it, but it was fan art. But
Yeah.
the talk of so Keanu Reeves is in talks with Marvel to play someone.
I thought you were in
and-
Eternals.
No, he's
no,
not.
he's
No
not in
longer not?
Eternals.
Okay.
So basically, everyone's rumor mill is
that
talking
right?
about who
Yeah,
There
that's
you
it.
go. That looks about
that's
right.
why.
who he could possibly play, and Namor is basically the front runner.
Ooh.
Although I would love a Moon
that's what-
Knight.
that's what I forgot
Well,
about.
yeah, Moon Knight is what I've been hearing.
I would love Keanu to play Moon Knight,
Keanu could do anything. He could do no.
He
wrong.
could.
but it makes sense to also make Black Panther 2 a Wakanda versus Atlantis movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Fall 2020, you got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon. It's
Yeah.
they've pretty much released that it's going to be the government doesn't want another Captain America, so they're kind of fighting them.
Okay.
And Baron Zemo's the bad guy
Nice.
with Hood.
I dig it.
Baron Zemo, the same
With
guy,
the hood?
the same guy that played.
Or are you saying
Yes,
with
same
the
guy.
mask? Okay.
All right.
So and then November we got Eternals.
I know nothing about Eternals.
No one does.
I've
That's what I'm saying.
I know
I've been
Neil
reading-
Gaiman wrote them at one point.
Yeah.
That's the only reason for ever reading them.
I've been reading the Gaiman series and it's okay. The only character I knew from it was Circe because she was in the Avengers in the 80s.
She's the reason I started reading Avengers.
And she's not even in the movie, from what I can tell.
Exactly. Fuck them.
So
But
who is Angelina Jolie playing in that then?
I couldn't even tell you.
Okay.
But Salma Hayek's in it, Richard Madden from Game of
Thanks to
Thrones,
Salma Hayek, to be honest with you.
and then the Indian guy from
Kumail Nanjiani.
yes,
Okay. So
Yeah.
he'll be the comic relief is what he'll
Right.
be. Okay.
Most likely, yeah.
yeah, and then February 2021, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings,
Nice.
Mandarin,
Mandarin.
yes,
Coming back, okay.
Which
And there's-
Mandarin? Like the real
the
Mandarin?
real
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Okay, good.
And troublesome racial stereotypes.
Awesome.
Well,
so
they,
we're gonna have a very Asian heavy cast, I would hope.
yes,
Okay.
They've-
Supposedly in all Asian
There
casts.
you go.
yeah,
Cool.
and from early rumors, instead of using Fu Manchu as Shang-Chi's father because he's a racial stereotype,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
they're talking about doing the Mandarin as his father.
I would be down for that.
Yeah,
Does it have
So
anything
he'd
to
be
do with
Batman
Doctor
Hero.
Strange at all?
no.
Okay.
WandaVision does the next show. So spring 2021, WandaVision.
I still have no idea what that's about. What did they say it's about? Did they give us any hint about what?
Wanda's pissed off that Thanos killed Vision.
So is
she's
Wanda?
gonna
Is
bring him
Vision
back.
going to be in it? That's
Yes,
it.
he's going to be in
Okay,
it.
there you go.
Paul Bettany was there.
Okay.
They haven't said much, but there's speculation that it's going to tie into that Vision series that came out, the
And so
Tom
I'm gonna
King
assume,
one.
Okay, these are all
Ooh, that's
these
a
are all
good
going to be
one.
limited
Yeah.
series. I'm going to assume like 8 episodes for. Is that what it
Probably,
is?
yeah. All the Disney Plus ones are probably 8
Okay.
episodes, except for What If. I think it's going to be more.
I hope What If
But
is
what
a
if it's
full
all
22.
animated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So WandaVision is going to lead into Doctor Strange.
What if I would assume we're going to get what's it going to be? What am I thinking of? Their version of the DC. character.
Elseworlds.
No, not just. What
Oh.
am I thinking of? Straczynski did a great run on it when he
You're talking about
was-
like Exiles?
Nope.
No.
No. Where you have what's his name? Where he's the Superman version of the Marvel character, Hyperion.
Oh, Squadron Supreme.
Yeah, I would assume we might see Squadron Supreme.
If we saw it, that might be.
That's where I think you could see that link.
Yeah.
Probably.
That'd be cool. I'd watch that.
That seems like it's going to be a one-off for every episode,
Okay.
Yeah.
narrated by the Watcher, and
Which is
you just
Jeffrey
go
Wright.
into
That's
yeah,
good voice
Jeffrey
right there.
Wright is going to be fantastic at that, and then leading into whatever the premise for that episode is, there might be continuing stories, but I'm assuming it's all one-offs.
And outside of Robert
Perfect way
Downey
to have
Jr. and
insane amounts of episodes.
Chris Evans, everybody from the MCU is involved.
Wow.
Like,
On the What
It's
If
just
series.
voice
Yeah.
work.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Michael B. Jordan's coming back as Killmonger for something.
Nice.
So maybe what if T'Chaka would have taken him at the beginning of Black Panther?
Oh, very
That's my
Like
speculation on that.
Sexually,
Jesus.
Possibly.
Uncle Fucker.
All right, so WandaVision goes into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
How does that feed into it? That's what I'm
She's a
I know
co-star.
She's in it, but
Apparently, it sets it up. I don't know.
now this makes me okay. So, Wanda in the comics is considered one of the most powerful people in the entire universe. Kevin Smith recently came out saying, you know, if Thanos didn't have all those warships and shit backing him up in the movie, she could have taken that fucker out real easy because she was beating his ass.
Yeah.
And so it's possible he has a theory that she becomes the next big bad for the Avengers movies, and that Doctor Strange is going to set that up.
because she's so angry about Vision, and
that her
how-
powers
Are we going to lead into
Her
House
powers
of X?
are getting to
Okay.
a level she can't
Or not
necessarily
House
control.
House,
Well,
House of M. We got to be
House
leading.
of M would be
we're
great,
gonna
but
go
we
in-
need mutants.
But they did. That
we're
would
gonna go
that would
villain,
lead
guys,
more.
we
In,
gotta be the villain, right? She'd be the villain.
that would lead more into the one where she kills Hawkeye and what is it? Disassembled.
Disassembled.
Yeah.
The Avengers assembled.
Yeah.
And then we lead into Dark Avengers and everything.
Yeah.
And if that builds into the multiverse, that could also then explain mutants down the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there's rumors that Nightmare might be the bad guy in Doctor Strange.
I don't know who Nightmare is.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
No
No idea.
One of the gods of hell, basically, but he
Yeah.
attacked your dreams.
So then we.
Not okay. Never mind. Two different worlds. That's
Okay.
DC. Never mind. That's actually Vertigo, but never mind.
All right. So then Loki is the next one, spring 2021, and it's going to be like time hopping,
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
that makes sense.
going through the timeline after.
Oh,
Endgame.
they
So we're
got the
gonna see-
cube back.
we're-
in,
Yeah.
We're gonna see Loki in the
Endgame?
70s. Nice.
Maybe like Quantum Leap. That'd be Loki Quantum Leap.
Instead of oh boy, he just shows up
Quantum
and says
Leap's
oh god.
Yeah.
Kirkwood's own.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So then
What was
summer.
it? Scott Bakula, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just depressing now. God damn it.
That's still worth rewatching.
What?
Quantum Leap.
They
Very
fucked
good.
up the
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah, the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right. Well, so what if we've
Is
already touched
Hawkeye
on-
going to be, what's his name's run? Factions run? What's it?
I
Pretty
think
much.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're setting up Kate Bishop.
Is this before or after he gets back from his new concert where he's singing?
Oh, yeah, he's a singer now, right?
Yeah.
I
Did
didn't
you
know-
see that shit?
No, I didn't.
Oh
Right.
my god.
He's sponsored by Jeep or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Can he sing?
It's like a fucking homosexual Justin Bieber is what it sounds like. So just
So
listen to
like
it.
Justin Bieber.
so
I'm okay with that.
Well, he's okay, Jennifer, but she's Canadian, so it's kind of you know, they can't say that stuff. You know, they're all cool up there and shit. So
All right, and then
I'm
last
looking forward to
one,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
Thor:
This
Love
one.
and Thunder,
Yeah.
Lady Thor,
Yeah.
cool.
She's coming back.
Just
Jane.
Thor.
Yeah.
She's coming
They're
back.
actually saying she's the mighty Thor.
the Mighty Thor. Yeah.
I
Lady
love
Thor.
this in the comics, so I want to see. What
There were
they do with
women
it.
orgasming
How
in
long
the
has
in the
Jason
in
Aaron
the
been on that run?
stands.
That's a 10-year
you
run
know,
at this
so.
point.
I don't think it's that
Um,
long.
He's done other stuff while he was doing that too. That was still
Yeah.
just as great.
That's a long. He's got a long run on
He's
that.
done a long. I mean, he
Yes.
just did War of the Realms, which is fantastic as well.
All right, so then potential Phase 5 Blade with.
Oh yeah.
That was the
I
biggest.
can't
thing.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
Do they
good.
have
Yeah.
a? Do
That
they have
casting-
something like this
that
we can pull
casting-
up?
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Okay.
No.
That
I gotta
casting
go,
is
though.
the tits, dude. He's gonna be a
Do you
great
think
Blade.
Wesley Snipes will make an appearance in the movie?
I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah. How do you not have a cameo at some way, shape, or form with him in
I
there?
don't know.
He gave his blessing.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
How old is Wesley Snipes now?
55.
He's in his 50s.
He looks like he's in
yeah.
good shape
Easily
still.
50 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be
I
50.
still
He
like-
could be the
I
new
s-
Whistler.
I still like
He
that
could be,
idea
yeah.
of his daughter. When they had that rumor going for a little
Yeah.
bit, his daughter taking over the mantle, I thought that would have been a cool storyline. to go
He better
with
make
it.
another Passenger 57 before this. Come on, man.
Passenger
Jesus.
58.
yeah, exactly.
This
So-
time, it's personal.
I'm betting on red now, motherfucker. Write it down.
It's
We
a,
gotta look
it's
at
a,
one.
it's
I
a
like
shitty
that.
enough idea that Fox is like, we should greenlight it. Fuck.
So Guardians
That's a
of the
great
Galaxy.
tagline for the movie.
Yeah.
Passenger 58. On red now, motherfucker.
So they pretty much said Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
Mhm.
Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, potentially Fantastic Four.
But this is like 2022,
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why are they waiting so long in between Black Panther sequels? Just because of
Or Captain Marvel.
They got a lot to fill in.
Yeah.
They got a lot to do.
Yeah.
they
Here's
had
the
a
thing.
lot of these lined up already.
Okay, I just
They had a lot of this lined up before they hit Endgame. I mean, it was.
But Black
Yeah.
Panther's like, oh, I made over $1 billion. Hello. make
They
me
have
another one.
the
And it was
next
like-
big bad in mind already. They're already building towards it.
okay.
Because who's going to be the new Avengers? Who's going to be in the new Avengers team, do we think? Is Peter going to be the head of the Avengers at some point? Is that where they're going with all this?
Not, I don't know.
How could you have a
Parker?
teenage Peter
Yeah.
Parker be the
No.
leader of the
Anytime
Avengers?
soon. Yeah.
I'd say
I-
Captain Marvel's going to
Sam.
lead them.
I could see Sam doing it as the new Captain America.
Sam could.
No, I don't see it. I thought that's where they were going to lead as far as that's who Tony picked. That he's like, this is going to be my successor to lead this entire
Maybe
team.
at some point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying, at some
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But
But
before you
you're
get to
thinking
that,
about
you're going to
too
have
soon.
some other team out there.
Yeah, Captain Marvel makes the most sense, I would think.
Yes.
Probably. Just
There
No,
are-
I don't see her as the leader of the Avengers
who's
at
gonna,
all.
well, who's going to tell her no?
I
That's
think
true.
she's
Yeah.
she's
True.
too much of a wild card, saying
Well-
that she's going to do her own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There are rumors that Black Widow might lead into a Secret Avengers movie,
Okay.
which is basically the Black mission, like the Black Ops
Black Ops,
missions.
yeah.
kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay. Huh.
Sounds
Not
like
Black
an adult
missions,
film.
like, Black exploitation.
Well, you got to make it
Black
that
Mission.
way, man.
Luke Cage is back.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we were going to get Daredevil.
No,
Yeah, we're
They,
gonna get
they got to wait a
Daredevil.
couple years
Not
before.
anytime soon.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
in the What If series.
I don't even think they can do it for that.
Mm.
I think they have to wait like 3
So
years.
we still don't know who's going to lead the Avengers. You think
No.
Sam? You think it's going to be Sam?
I could see it being Sam.
There's still no. I mean, we don't even know there's going to be one in Phase 5 technically.
Yeah. Yeah, from the rumors, there's not one. There's an untitled mutant movie coming out So relaunching X-Men eventually.
Wolverine will definitely not be a leader, but he'll be part of the team at some
Yeah.
point.
I'm thinking like the general thought is Storm is going to be the first to show up
Okay.
because of her connection to Wakanda.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
could
dude
see
from
that.
Kingsman really going to be Wolverine?
No,
Because he looks
it's not
nothing
official.
fucking like him.
But Boss Logic again.
I thought they
the
said
person
Hugh
that
Jackman
did
was
the-
going to come back for something though.
No, Hugh Jackman's
done?
not. But he didn't look like Wolverine either when you looked at the comics. Because Wolverine's like
I bet
5
you Ryan
feet
Reynolds
tall.
talks him into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
changed.
could see that.
Yeah.
Every one of these movies that comes out, if they're popular enough, they change in the comics to start looking like that character. Like Magneto started looking like Ian McKellen in the comics for a while.
Mm.
Wolverine changed.
Wolverine had a growth
He's
spurt
now
at 200 years old.
6'2", and yeah,
Just give me to my Fantastic Four. Let's
Yeah.
get there.
And so
Give me to the Illuminati. Let's get going with that. Let's get to World War
Secret
Hulk.
Invasion.
the last rumored
That's what we need.
That's what we're gonna get to there eventually. I think.
There's there's talk that might
They've
be
already
the
did
next
it
big thing.
with the spoiler.
Right.
The little tag at the end there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing that they haven't announced yet, but everyone's speculating, is Spider-Man 3.
Oh, yeah, because it made a fucking $1 billion. Sony's willing to play ball for Spider-Man 3.
Sounds risky.
So
Sorry.
what's going to happen in Spider-Man 3? What are we thinking is going to be?
They haven't said anything about it yet, but based off the potential movies and what they've announced so far,
Craven.
yeah, that's what they want to do.
Well,
But-
we were talking about this. I'm sorry. We were
Yeah.
talking about this before you showed up. Did you hear that? There was this article, or there was a rumor, what have you, that Sony's obviously, sharing Spider-Man with Marvel now, obviously. And it was said that if Spider-Man Far From Home didn't make over $1 billion globally at the box office, that they weren't
Are you going to drink it? Okay.
they weren't going to let play ball anymore, basically. Now this is Sony.
Yeah.
See, I think that was from before the first Spider-Man came out, though, the joint Spider-Man. I think that was the agreement after 2 movies. If the second one didn't do so well, then they would revert.
But still, I'm like,
You know what?
But
They're
it's
good.
Sony, though.
They have their Walkman money.
But still, I'm Sony.
And Discman.
You're in this man, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I seriously, I would just love to have been on the Disney Marvel side of the table here, like doing this negotiation. Just look at you like,
Anybody?
are you fucking kidding me?
Like
You
I said
guys are
before,
consistently inconsistent. Go fuck yourselves. Is what I
there's
would
a
say.
very, very positive, or good possibility that if that happened, they could sue to get their IP back because that's torpedoing the IP. They wouldn't make the same amount of money. That character would not be as popular. Their comics wouldn't sell as much. Their industry for that character, not that it would tank that much because Spider-Man fanboys are Spider-Man fanboys. But their comics would suffer a little bit because they wouldn't get the bump from the movie. So they're torpedoing it.
Nobody calls me ever. I know.
Hit mute.
I think it's for
You
me.
ruined the entire podcast.
Oh
You
my
ruined
god,
it.
Hey.
we got to start over. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, that was awesome.
So back to the Marvel stuff. They're saying speculation right now is they're setting up for Galactus for the next long run
makes sense.
villain.
Big bad. That okay.
Yeah.
Who do
As
we-
long as
all
it's not a
let's
cloud.
Let's have a little fun here. Let's fan cast the Fantastic Four this time through.
Well, hell, I've seen Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic
I like
and
that.
Emily
Yes.
Blunt as
Yes.
I like that.
what's her face?
Invisible
Sue
Woman.
Storm.
They would
Yeah.
love that for having the
I've
same
seen
Yeah, that'd be
those two.
perfect.
Will
Those
Michael B.
two.
Jordan come back as Johnny Storm?
You can't use them though because you already use them as
He's Killmonger.
Killmonger.
I know.
In the multiverse, you can do anything.
Oh.
What
Yeah,
if?
true.
What if?
Dot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see what you did there.
So I like that. I'm going with that. Krasinski and what's
And
her
Emily
name?
Blunt, yeah.
Okay, so
I
then,
saw some fan art
This-
done. I'm
okay.
like, holy shit, they look
then
really
who do you
good.
want as the Thing?
To hell with
The
it.
Rock.
Bring back
The
Chickless.
Rock is the Thing.
That
Chickless
would be
was
solid.
amazing as the thing.
He was, but that costume
Chickless?
just took away.
Chickless was amazing.
Well, yeah, CGI's come a long way, and not
Character
wearing
Well,
a
that
rubber
wasn't
fucking-
CGI
Yeah, that
back
was
then.
a rubber fucking
Ma-
suit.
Make him completely CG.
Mhm.
Bring back Chickless.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
all in.
Yeah.
That's
can
Vic
do that.
Mackey.
Who
You don't
do-
say no to Vic
who do-
fucking Mackey.
Who do we want as Johnny Storm? Who do you
Tinkle,
want?
tinkle.
Just bring Chris Evans back. Fuck it. Just bring him Chris Evans. Let him do it all.
He's not doing Captain America
Yeah,
anymore.
He's good. Fuck
Give
it.
him young CG this time.
Let's see. Johnny
I hate that
Storm.
so much.
Yeah, you got to go young and
Zac
very-
Efron.
I like it.
Yeah,
I do like that.
I don't. Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool. I'm all in on that. I can see that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually could work.
Okay. So
As-
Krasinski,
yeah.
Blunt,
Human Torch.
Efron.
Yeah.
Give him some chance to actually do a little bit of drama too. That'd be good.
But we've made this a way too wide of a cast, to be honest with you. Marvel doesn't like that. They want to get more diversity in their cast, so you gotta go get diversity in there. Who are you going to? So the thing.
Black Doctor Doom.
Enrique
Yeah, there you go.
Iglesias.
Idris Elba's Doctor Doom.
Idris
Fuck
Elba.
yes.
Oh, that would be
Hell
amazing.
yeah,
Because he's
dude.
not a god anymore.
Fuck you,
But
pay
wait,
me
no,
for
you
that
can't do it.
casting.
No, you can't do it.
Yeah,
You can't. He's already.
he's out,
He's
unfortunately.
Out. He's out.
He's what?
He's
Mahershala
Heimdall.
Ali. Oh shit.
He's black. He's Blade. So,
He's black?
Yeah.
He's Black Superman.
You racist fucker.
God damn
I'm
it.
stating a fact that he's black. Yes.
That's like, I got a great idea for a new character. He's the chief of staff. We call him Uncle Tom Cassidy. And it's great. We're going to go 6 issues and go
All
to
right, so let's
jail.
come up with let's think. Who else can we go?
Oh boy.
Oh,
What?
Sorry,
Jamie
slow-
Foxx is out.
No,
for anything.
no,
I don't
come
want
on. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx in anything.
Wait, Idris Elba's not Blade.
He's
he was
already-
Heimdall
He's Heimdall.
in
Oh.
Thor.
Heimdall's
He's
dead,
dead.
though.
Yeah.
Who cares? Sorry, spoiler
No.
alert. Heimdall's dead.
No, nobody's dead in
That's
comics.
true. Okay, fine.
You gotta come up with someone different. And I don't want Terry Crews. Sorry, no.
No.
Terry
Yeah.
Crews.
Who's this going to be portraying who? Again,
Doctor
real quick.
Doom.
Doctor Doom. And that's a big bad right there. to be
So
honest with
what
you.
would happen?
That's someone that needs to
What
cross
would
over
be
to
the-
different movies too.
What would be the reaction if it was gender swapped?
With a
Female Doctor.
Yeah, female Doctor
Done that
Doom.
in the comics. It was
Ooh.
all right
Yeah,
with his daughter.
That could be
because
good.
with
They'd probably
Eternals,
go with
I've
what's her
heard.
name. They would go with Tiffany Haddish or whatever. They would probably go with her. To be honest with you.
A
That would be
comedian for
rough.
Doctor Doom?
That would tank the movie for me.
Yeah.
Jesse
I'm not saying I
Eisenberg
agree
all
with
over
it.
again.
I wouldn't not saying I agree with it. But that's who I think they'd go for.
If
It's
they
a hot
should-
name.
all right.
Okay,
Black
let's not,
Mariah.
Let's not gender swap. Let's
Yeah,
not. Let's not gender
Luke
swap.
Cage. The actress that played
Oh,
Black Mariah
yeah,
and Luke
yeah,
Cage,
yeah,
she
yeah.
could pull that off.
Oh,
yeah. Fuck.
I'm not gonna say her name because I always mix her up with a different actress
Who
anyway.
played Misty Knight? You mean? Or-
No.
No. Cottonmouth's
politician.
sister, or whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah. Cousin.
Cousin. That's right. Okay.
What
was her name?
Looking it up.
She was in
looking it up.
Scrooged. I know that much. And she was also in Luke Cage. Fuck, what's her name? Oh, she was in
I'm
Civil
coming.
War too for a minute. She met Iron Man at the elevator.
Well, he's already the
Yes,
voice. Of the, he's
Alfred
already the,
Woodward.
Alfred
Yeah.
Woodward.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
She
about
could-
Jeffrey Wright?
Well, is she too old
Dr.
to play?
Doom.
I mean, sorry, to say too old for a lady, but is she too old to play Doctor Doom? Because he seems
He's- I
more.
know he's the voice of the
He's
Watcher
age
now, but-
appropriate with the Fantastic Four, right? I mean, so it's
Yeah,
like-
he's supposed to be.
He's
Like-
Reed's college buddy,
Yeah.
yeah. So
supposedly.
I mean, because I don't
So
care about
she
gender
could be
swap.
Reed's college ex-girlfriend.
What's his name? He played.
ex-college professor.
He-
You know how you got that A, boy.
He
Yeah.
played. What's his name in the O.J. Simpson show? What was that?
John Travolta.
Nope.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Nope. Nope. He's also in like This Is Us. He's
Show me the
Oh,
equivalent.
the guy from St. Louis?
nope.
John Hamm.
Nope.
He comes
John
back
Hamm is
again.
Dr.
Yeah.
John Hamm is Dr.
John
Doom,
Hamm
though.
as OJ.
But no. What's his name?
You talking People versus OJ?
Yep. People vs.
All right,
OJ.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, the actor from St. Louis.
Is he from St. Louis?
Yeah.
I didn't know. He was
I know who
from
you're talking about.
I don't
Where-
know who you're talking about.
As soon as you say his
People
name.
vers- Go to People vs. OJ and bring up the cast.
Does he play Travolta's
He
wig in
plays
that one?
the. He plays not. What's the guy's? What the attorney? What was his name?
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. Who do you play? Who do you play
Oh,
Johnny Cochran?
The guy from Seinfeld.
Oh shit! Yeah, that guy. I don't know his name. I can see his face. Though. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Just don't know his name.
Just type in Johnny Cochran. People vs.
I'm gonna look up Travolta
Why are you doing
Why?
that?
because he was in it.
Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's from
Oh,
St.
Dr.
Louis.
Doom.
Yeah,
Dr.
he's
Doom.
from St. Louis. Yeah,
Is
he
that
does all
it?
the commercials for that all
Dr.
the time.
Doom.
Yeah.
I have another idea for Dr. Doom.
Okay.
The guy that played Gus on Breaking Bad.
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
Gus Fring. I don't know his real name, but I'll keep going like this like I do know his name.
Yeah, that guy.
He,
No, Gus Fring, I know
he
who
could
you're
pull off some serious like gravitas and dramatic role for that. That'd be good. All right.
There's our fan cast. A couple of ideas. Pay us, Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some money for our fan cast. Although we've already,
So
I'm
after
sure they've already
talking,
got it. I guarantee they've already got them all cast.
oh, probably
Guarantee it.
they just haven't announced it yet.
Exactly.
Keanu's playing everyone.
That would
That's-
be an amazing movie.
That'd be kind of cool though.
Keanu is Ghost Rider.
Fuck this, yeah.
Still think Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight would be amazing.
Yeah.
Marvel's Batman.
Keanu as the Sentry.
I hate the Sentry with a passion.
But it's Keanu as the Sentry.
Can we get to the Bill and Ted sequel first? Come on,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's the Sentry.
Whoa.
Bill and Ted's.
Face the
What's the
Music,
third
is that
movie
what it's
called?
called?
Is
I
it?
think-
Do we know what it's called
I
yet?
think it's called Face the Music. Bill and Ted
Yeah,
Face the
Face
Music.
the
Yeah.
Music, yeah.
Because they haven't written their hit song yet that apparently supposedly changes the world.
You think they'll change the world in this one, third one?
They need to because
Finally
Alex
meet
Winter's
their-
not getting another job. Bill and Ted 4 is not coming out for another 50 years. He's gonna be
George
dead.
Carlin's already dead, so
The guy who
Has Alex Winter started a movie
Who
since
will be,
Bill and
who's
Ted
playing the
2?
Rufus character?
the guy who played the
I don't
deaf
know.
in the sequel, he's back for this one. And
Nice.
he posted on Twitter his new profile picture is him back in the makeup.
I just want
Oh,
George Carlin.
sweet.
I don't bring back a zombie George Carlin. I don't care. CGI George Carlin.
Fantastic.
That'd be awesome. As Rufus? Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
His estate would sign off on it.
Hologram.
You mean
George
not the
Carlin?
guy from WKRP?
In Cincinnati.
There
Oh, is
is
that
no
Johnny?
Rufus in it.
What was his name? Johnny
Rufus in this
Danger?
No
Johnny
Rufus.
Thunder?
Johnny
How do you
Thunder?
have a Bill and
No,
Ted's
what?
movie
No,
without
no.
Rufus?
I don't know.
Well, they can't help the dude,
You
kicked
still,
it.
you still have to recast him with somebody else. You have to have a Rufus.
Idris Elba is Rufus.
That's the answer
I don't
for
care what
everything.
it is.
Yeah,
Just
he-
fucking Idris Elba.
For everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was going to use the MCU stuff to transfer into Spider-Man: Far From Home, but somebody hasn't seen it yet.
Who hasn't seen Far From Home?
Dun dun dun.
What?
I still haven't
What?
seen it. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. Spoil it.
Thank-
Just spoil it. I don't give
Word.
a fuck.
It's
I'm
a
not.
family
I don't.
thing.
No, we won't do
Or
that.
do you
Yeah,
want to tease
I
it for the
don't-
next episode or what?
No, we're on an hour.
Yeah.
Tease
Oh,
them
yeah.
for the
Oh,
next
oh,
one.
no, what he was.
All right.
Tease them and tease them
Seven-
deeply.
Some other trailers.
Was that before?
Zombie-
Yeah, that started before. it,
Zombieland 2.
Okay, we'll talk about that in the next episode. We're teasing. We're teasing next
All right.
episode.
Yeah. Tease the next. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we'll talk about some trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Tool's new album.
Yes.
Ooh. August 30th release date, I believe.
Well, we got to throw in the new digital formats. They threw them all out there too.
Yeah.
You know that?
Next
Yeah.
episode.
Okay.
On Spotify and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dick face. Pay attention to meetings, fucker.
We had a meeting.
Pre-production? What?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Email meeting.
You were late.
Okay.
Shut up.
And then top 5 wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like that episode.
All right.
That topic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm going to smoke some more for the next episode. All right.
Yeah, just what we need.
Yeah. See how quiet I
Fucking-
was that episode? You could tell it's like he's under the influence.
Sounds like what's his name from Half Baked the entire time.
Until he gets on his White House rant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Laying on the couch.
Fucking my sister in church with my AR-15.
That was an old podcast.
I don't know
Shut
what just
up.
happened.
That's what you sound like. So shut up.
Well, that's exactly what I said.
I'm
So,
so
yeah,
confused.
Just do the fucking outro. Let's go. Jesus. Son of a bitch.
I love you guys.
You can't say retard while you're on a mic, can you?
I said love.
Oh, no. I mean, you can't say.
What are you talking about? Love is retarded.
You can't say that.
Tell me about
Yes,
it.
Tony
As your
got,
wife sits next to you.
Love you, babe.
Tony got the gold in the
And she
Special
rolls her
Olympics.
eyes.
It's fine. Tony got the gold in the Special Olympics for the reverse hand and feet clapping, so it's okay.
What?
What?
I would do it, but never mind.
Jesus
I
Christ.
have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Stomp your hands, clap your feet. Retardation can't be beat. Number 1, peace.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Oh.
End it now.
Wow.
My inner child is
Where was
offended.
Facebook Live for that?
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
any
end it
future
quick.
employers,
Thank you. Thank you for listening to episode 103 of the Nerdcast podcast.
Chocolate rain. Chocolate rain.
Not your regular dialogue.
Chocolate rain brings the pain.
No, don't sing. Tony already did it. Stop.
Be sure to check us out online. Sorry, I feel like I witnessed a sodomy or something.
An adult abortion.
Jesus. Okay, thanks again for listening to episode 103 of the Nerdcast podcast. Not
There
your
you go, that
regular
got it
dialogue. Be sure to check us out. Fuck, I'm talking really fast. Be sure to check us out online at nerdcast.com.
Spell it.
That's NYRDCAST.com. We're on all the social media platforms at Nerdcast.
Spell it.
NYRDCAST.com.
The
Are we
band's
still
back
part?
together.
Are we still part of the IJOV and all that other
We
shit?
are.
Okay, cool. We're also
And-
part of the Inside Joke, Outside Voice Podcast Network.
We're also part of Podcast Mo.
We're also part of
When
Podcast
did this
Mo.
happen?
A couple months ago, I set it up.
What the fuck?
Here. Start it again.
We're outroing.
Come on, yeah, come on. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, so check out
So close.
IJOV.net and what's this podcast?
Podcast Mo.
Just Podcast Mo.
Who's on Podcast Mo?
Com.
Podcast Larry and Podcast Curly.
Yeah. Well, Podcast Mo is an MO from Missouri.
Shemp got
Yes.
kicked
All I
out.
remember is something casting Marcus. That's all I remember.
Yeah, we joined this one
Okay.
about 2
Is
months
Marcus
ago.
coming with us over there?
Well, he's not in Missouri. He's in California.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Are there dudes?
Mo,
Jesus
Missouri.
Christ.
Okay.
All right.
So thanks again for joining us. I go by the name of Toner.
Matt.
Jay.
Dave Matt.
Sound guy Steve.
So until next time, do whatever it is you do. Peace.
Bye.
That was a big clusterfuck at the end.
Oh, wow. Well, his fucking... Oh, God. Chocolate rain. I love hookers and cocaine. Chocolate rain.
It gives me a hard time about it every time. Never seen Never-Ending Story.
What?
Fuck.
What is your problem?
My parents didn't show storyline.
He better make another Passenger 57 before this. Come on, man.
Passenger
Jesus.
58.
Yeah, exactly.
This
So-
time, it's personal.
I'm betting on red now, motherfucker.
This episode's featured song is Good Night Out by the Futureheads.
Summertime's for everyone, you came here to enjoy. Getting the people on the streets, even the old boys. The dogs in the back lane making fun with someone they like. The freight bars up and I can hear them over the riverside. I can see what you're trying to do, asking who's not in the room. At the end of the day, it depends on the man. You'd swap it all in a second for a good night out. Talk to the river at the end of a good night out. Need someone I can recognize, I want to see your face. Two boys looking like zombies sitting in my parking space. Caught in the middle of a dream, in the middle of a daring act. Caught selling off our history in a black market pact. I can see what you're trying to do, asking who's not in the room. At the end of the day, it depends on the man. You swap it all in a second for a good night out.